Welcome back. You're here with Michelle Rollins, your fundraising and grant radio expert host on My King Biz Radio, heard on ESPN Richmond 106.1 FM, and I appreciate you staying tuned today. Today I wanted to discuss a training that I attended last week and go on a little bit about what drives our business growth and our opportunities. And even when we have challenges, what gets us through those. Last week, I was very fortunate to attend an online training with Tony Robbins. It was a summit. It was 3 days technically, but then he added a bonus day on Monday, which was super amazing. You heard all kinds of stories. Each day had a topic and a subject area. And you not only heard his insights, but you heard from testimonials and then also, the things that he offers in leadership. I have never attended a Tony Robbins summit before. I've attended other leadership courses throughout my life in the different roles that I've been. And I'm very big about education, as many of you know. But this summit was amazing. So the first day, he talked about what kind of season we're in. Our challenges, and is this a challenge or an opportunity season? And had me thinking, when he's asking what kind of season you're in, I'm thinking this is an opportunity season. Where are you at in your season? Is your organization in a challenging season? Are you in an opportunity season? So when I was sitting and listening and getting to be a part of the chat and listen to all these amazing stories on opportunity that day and about our branding and about investing in our growth. A lot of it I experienced a long time ago, hitting those challenging seasons, hitting those roadblocks, seeing how my multiple purposes led me to where I am today. It was like an amazing feeling because there was homework that followed each day in this summit. And while it was online, and you say, what did you really get out of it if it was online? Well, you put in whatever you want in it, however you choose. So if you choose to work or put yourself in it, then you're going to get that experience if you immerse yourself in it. It's just like if you go to an an in-person training as well. And I've attended, like I said, many trainings throughout the years. And it was just a really amazing thing because he talked about breakthrough. He talked about how those breakthroughs and where it's taken us and have you hit your breakthrough moment. And I was really, I reflected a lot the first day because I had a breakthrough over 10 years ago. And that breakthrough broke me. And it broke me and gave me the power to be where I am. And then I'm still going through moments of life that are challenging, whether it's my personal or my business. We all have challenges. And it's really how we decide what lane to take in those moments on where we're going to end up. And I could sit here and say that, I'm a grant writer. Life's amazing, but oh my gosh, it's hard. I have amazing clients. Yes, I'm grateful for all of my clients. And I'm grateful for this life that I have because my breakthrough was a health situation where I wasn't really sure what was going to happen, to be honest. And I do feel blessed because I've had a lot of surgeries and I've beat the odds. And I had a lot of people out there, the naysayers were like, are you you can just settle. You can just do that. People will understand. No, I'm a doer. I am a doer. I believe I have raised my children to believe to be extraordinary. And as you have heard me talk before, extraordinary can be anything. It may not be the person next to you is extraordinary. But I love just having a huge impact. So I took myself to a completely other new level 10 years ago. And then during COVID, I had another breakthrough. And that breakthrough was business related. And I was able to do something that saved lives, that hit and resonated with people, especially our military community all over the United States. And it was in that moment that I knew it was time to go up to the next step, to hit that next level, to not be afraid to take those risks. And it was in that moment that I took an opportunity. I had several opportunities at the time, and I took one thinking that was going to be my forever. And lo and behold, it just wasn't a great fit. But I didn't let it stop there. What I chose to do was backpedal and create a strategy for myself, to create a strategy that would work for my family as a military family, as a first responder family, and be a role model to my kids and provide an income to my family. And what I did was I decided then it was time to go represent people, to be a freelancer and to take the risk to do the work. And when I say I did the work, I did the work. I had a lot of clients. I was traveling all the time. I was working in between, when it was summertime and my kids were at the pool, I was sitting by the pool working. I was commuting to go meet potential, sit down and have lunch. Even if honestly, I got nothing out of it that day, it was important to me. It was important to them. And if they said, this is the only time I have, guess what, where I was? I was right there. Well, here I am. A couple years later, I have my own business. I have worked very hard to gain just the trust of my clients, trust of my previous clients, complete projects, to be in a room with people that know who I am, not because, it's a name. It's because they know that I am authentic and I am real. And I believe in that impact. And part of my brand is sprinkling joy and growing together. And when I did the Tony Robbins Summit, I really felt that I have learned who I am. And I believe in the challenging seasons because I'm in a challenging season, raising kids. That's why I'm not afraid to say that. I have an adult son that's doing amazing at a service academy, but he needs his space to grow as a young man and adult. And you know what? We all have that. We've all been through it. And I say those challenging moments, we will prevail. There will be joy again, in my own words now, because I believe in sprinkling joy. I listened to Tony Robbins talk about different methods and processes to go through to be where you want to be, to feel and bring a different energy. And as I sit here with you today, you don't see me all slumped. His bonus day really sat with me. I wasn't planning on doing that training on Monday, but when that email came around on Sunday night, I was like, I have to do this. So I made room and shifted my work schedule to be a part of that last bonus session. And he has a point. Why would we attend, or why would we sit down or be interviewed, or whatever your situation is, or if you're sitting with your spouse or your loved one, your children, and you are discussing something that brings joy, but you're all slumped over and negative, that brings what? That doesn't bring joy. That brings negativity, like you have nothing in that conversation. And on Monday, he really wanted to discuss a couple areas to help people. And when you have people that say they want the help, but they're not willing to do it, it's almost like, did they really want it? Are they just walking the walk or walking the talk? Like, or they're just pretend, they're not authentic. And one thing that I do in my business and in my grant writing services and my nonprofit advisement and fundraising is I bring authenticness. I feel like I shouldn't have said it like that, but to be authentic and to be real and to be transparent with my clients so they can get as much opportunity as possible with the time that they have with me. And not only that, I give time. I'm not just about, I'm just sitting behind my desk working that day, or I'm just going to that networking event to put on a show. Sometimes I go to the event, sometimes I don't, because I have to really value my time and value my purpose. And again, you can have multiple purposes. I've been out of the military for over 22, 23 years now, give or take there. And I thought that was going to be my forever. And I'm not afraid to speak about it. I have an incurable health condition, and there is nothing that I can do about it. And when I came home and transitioned from being military to civilian, that was one of the hardest things I've had to do. But lo and behold, I met my husband, and my husband does serve in the military, and I am a military spouse, and I'm able to help my military communities in a different direction, in a different lane, but I'm still right there with him and right there with our community, serving and doing the work and making an impact, and have for over 20 years. So, like at the end of the day, I believe in purpose. I believe that sometimes what we're meant to do may not necessarily be our only purpose that we're meant for. And I went from being that service member to coming home and saying, okay, I'm going to continue to have that servitude and serving mentality. And I went into education. And that's why education is such a big part of who I am and what I do. And I believe in that. I believe in helping and teaching and growing. And I believe that growth and learning is a part of our everyday lives. And I'm not even in the classroom anymore. I may be teaching my clients, but I'm also teaching my sons. And I believe in opportunity. And it goes beyond the money. It goes beyond the transaction. It goes beyond all of that. And you really have to find your purpose. And one thing that Tony Robbins talked about was we spend a lot of time trying to find our purpose. And let me tell you, I feel that purpose comes and finds us. And that for a very long time when I came home from the military, I really wasn't sure what my purpose was. But I went into education and I made a difference. And I honestly think that I was being built up to where I'm at today, because I was doing fundraisers for students that were having difficulties in their life that needed an extra hand at that time. And I worked with team members within that school, and I worked on ways to find a way to help them if they were dealing with a crisis within their family, because I taught a lot of underserved children. And here I am representing many nonprofits that are underserved children. And these are children that come from single parent households that live, in public housing that may not necessarily have everything you and I have. And that goes with opportunity too. Education is different, and it's one-sided a lot when it comes to where they're attending school at and what part of different counties or cities. And that's a different discussion for another day. But lo and behold, as I was building in that position and role, I kept growing. I kept longing for leadership, and I went into leadership roles and executive roles, working for different, from going from middle to high school to adult ed to higher education. And I really do think that sometimes, lo and behold, there's a reason why we're doing what we're doing. And when I got sick, I wasn't sure then what was going to happen. And I took the opportunities from my family. I sat back and took lower opportunities just so I could stay in the education system, so I could have my children continue to be around other children and not feel what I was going through. And it's amazing, but when you choose to set your sights up for different strategies and a different purpose and for goals, it's really amazing what happens. And the things that I'm doing in my business, I've been doing a very long time, serving our communities, working in multiple roles from multiple nonprofits. And I'm really have a great transparent point of view because of those things that I've done for different nonprofits all over. I have like a bird's eye view into so many different things that when I go to the table and sit down and advise my clients, I'm pretty sure that they're like, wow, she knows so much. I'm so glad I have her. She's such an asset. And I was thinking to myself, not only how grateful I was to be able to have that bonus day on Monday with Tony Robbins training for the summit, but also I got really wrapped up with work after the holidays. And when it came to some of my payment stuff for work last month, I was more involved with getting the work done than turning some of my invoices in. And I have to say, I have some amazing clients because they not only were like, you're amazing, we're going to take care of you. And it's just you can feel the love when they say how amazing you are. It's not that I need that to fill my cup every day, definitely not, but every now and then it's an amazing thing to have people that you feel the same energy as you. And one of the things that Tony Robbins discussed was energy and purpose and breakthroughs and really feeling your next step of your growth in your business. And I'm really big about all of those things. I have done the manifest thing in the past, but I'm really big about strategy and creating lists. Oh my gosh, I'm a list. If you saw my office right now, I have big notepads of papers. I mean, like the big ones you use for presentations, and they have different bullet points of what I got to get done, where I'm at for that month, because every few weeks they change. So I have to be able to visualize it and make sure that I am on top the most biggest priorities and purposes for my clients for that month to get the most opportunities and to make sure that they're getting the money well spent with me. So here we are today, and I just really want you to create an actionable plan for your business, for your growth of your organization out there. And think about how your energy is being perceived out there. And maybe you're in a challenging season. Maybe you're in an opportunity season. But to think about those things and how those really go into our day-to-day services. How that's a reflection of our when we go to our potential grantees, donors, when we talk to the people we're serving in our organizations. If you have a business, a small business, a big corporate business, and maybe how you're being perceived by your employees, or how you're being perceived by other people you're networking with to build up your business. It's really important that, yes, we all have something, but to make sure that when you want to have an actionable business growth, that you are presenting yourself with a great energy that you want people to remember you with. So again, remember when I mentioned it's not about when I walk in a room, I want people to know my name. It's about I want them to know that I'm authentic and I sprinkle that joy to them, and I sprinkle growth and opportunity. And I am no different than I am with my family, with my clients. And I love being able to sprinkle joy to so many out there. So if you need more joy sprinkled in your life, and you need more opportunity, and you want more strategy in your business and organization, then I'm your person. You can find me on LinkedIn. My last name is Rollins, Rollins. You can go to YouTube, and all you have to do is type in my name, Michelle Rollins, and you will find me. My picture's the same on LinkedIn and on YouTube. It's no different. And you will be able to see testimonials, previous clients, and their testimonials to current up-to-date information. Maybe the biggest thing out of all of it is the impact. It's not a maybe, it is. If you look at my YouTube channel, it has impact of all the organizations, well, not all, but many organizations I've represented. And I believe in sprinkling a little bit of my personal joy too to my page, but a lot of it is all work. It's all business organizations, just impactful. So if you watch it, that'll entice you to want to go and serve and get involved. Or better yet, if you have an organization, you're like, I want that momentum. That's what I want you to get out of it. So again, go sprinkle joy and grow your organization today. Have an amazing day.